Title: The Cabin Between the Pines. I never believed in cursed places. Not really. Even when people in a small town outside Ashland whispered about the cabin that shouldn't exist, I figured it was just another American campfire story meant to scare teenagers. That was before I found it. My name is Ethan Carter. I was 22, driving up the back roads near the Rogue River Siskiyou National Forest for a weekend alone. I wanted quiet, space, no city noise, no phone calls. By late afternoon, I realized I'd taken a wrong turn. The GPS lost signal miles back. My truck refused to start after I stalled it on a rocky incline. So I grabbed my backpack and decided to walk, thinking I'd find a ranger station or at least a main road before dark. That's when I saw the smoke. Thin, gray, rising straight up between the pines. Relief hit me instantly. Someone lived out here. I followed it for nearly 15 minutes until the trees opened into a clearing. In the middle stood a cabin. Old and narrow, leaning slightly to one side like it had been surviving storms for decades. The wood was dark, almost charred looking. The windows were black, no light inside, but smoke drifted steadily from the chimney. The front door was slightly open. "Hello?" I called. My voice sounded small. No answer. The forest behind me went completely silent. No wind, no birds, nothing. I stepped closer. The smell wasn't right. It wasn't campfire smoke. It was metallic, like pennies, like blood. The door creaked when I pushed it open wider. Inside, the cabin was dim, lit only by a faint orange glow from the fireplace. The fire was burning low, but there were no logs in it. Just embers. The room was simple: a wooden table, one rocking chair, a narrow bed pushed into the corner, and mud, thick, wet mud covered the wooden floor. Bare footprints tracked from the doorway toward the bed. I frowned. The prints were human, but too long. The toes stretched unnaturally. I took a slow step inside. The door slammed shut behind me. I spun and grabbed the handle. It wouldn't move. It felt like someone on the other side was holding it closed. "There's no one here," I muttered to myself. That's when I heard it. Breathing. Slow, wet, coming from under the bed. Every nerve in my body went rigid. The breathing grew louder, uneven, like something inhaling through damaged lungs. Then it stopped, and in that silence, I heard a whisper. Right behind me. "You don't belong here, Ethan." My blood froze. I hadn't told anyone my name. I turned quickly. No one, but the mud on the floor. The footprints had changed. They no longer led to the bed. They circled me, over and over, as if something had been walking around me the entire time. The fire suddenly flared bright, filling the cabin with harsh orange light. For a split second, I saw it reflected in the window. Something standing directly behind me. It was too tall for the ceiling, its neck bent sharply to the side. Its arms were long and thin, fingers nearly touching the floor. Its skin looked gray and stretched tight over bone. And its eyes, they were completely black. I felt cold fingers brush the back of my neck. I ran. I don't remember how the door opened. I don't remember crossing the clearing. I just remember sprinting into the forest, branches tearing at my jacket. But I could hear it behind me. Not running, walking, slow, steady, step, step, step. No matter how fast I moved, it stayed the same distance behind me. After what felt like hours, I broke through the trees and stumbled onto a dirt road. A pickup truck passed. An older guy named Mark pulled over and drove me back toward Medford. He said he'd lived near these woods his whole life. When I described the cabin, his face went pale. "There hasn't been a cabin out there since the 70s, he said. "It burned down. I never went back." But here's the part one can't explain. When I returned to my apartment in Portland, I noticed something on my hardwood floor. Wet mud, bare footprints, too long, leading from my front door to my bedroom, and they stopped right beside my bed. Every night now, just before I...
Don't forget like and subscribe.